Hey everyone, we're going to talk about Oregon Grape. A few years ago we planted 5 Oregon Grape plants along the property line here. And so this is an excellent herb for fungal infections, bacterial infections, liver cleansing. And it's one of my favorites, but right now it's berrying, and my mominator, is here, and we're going to go ahead and pick some Oregon grapes, and we're going to use them you can use them for jams, wine, syrup, all kinds of stuff. So the Oregon grape, a lot of people think it's very akin to bupleurum in the sense that it frees up liver qi stagnation. And you can see these beautiful grapes here. So every part of this plant is medicinal. The grapes are, the bark, there's an inner cambium. I'll go ahead and we'll cut to that in a second. I'll talk. We use the leaves for salves. See all those essential oils, those beautiful volatile oils that you can see in the shiny coats, in the shiny leaves here. So we crush up the leaves. We can put a little alcohol on them, like Heidi Bohan talks about that in her book. You can see that this looks kind of like holly leaves, except for that the leaves are arranged across from each other. They're opposite leaves, and hollies aren't like that. We don't have any hollies right here to show you, but so I'm just going to go ahead and Mom and I are going to go ahead and pick some berries now, or pick some grapes. Mom, you want to work on that plant there?
All right.
And Mom and I have been picking things for a long time.
Since you were a little tiny person.
We've been picking blackberries mostly, right, Mom?
Yep.
Because when we were kids, what did we do with the blackberries?
We made pies.
Made pies.
I can't believe you can't remember that.
I can remember.
Because you liked them, actually.
Yeah. Well, I like pies. I mean, of course, who doesn't like pies? Jeff doesn't like pies. But anyway, moving on. But we've never made Oregon grape. We've never picked Oregon grapes before.
I didn't even know they existed, Donna. I'm learning it right now. I had no idea. You kept talking about Oregon grapes for like weeks, and I have no idea what you were talking about. But never mind. I think I have this one done.
So the Oregon grape is especially good for a wood constitution. Mom, you know anyone who has a wood constitution?
I don't even know what that is, Donna.
No, remember we talked about it.
Well, I'm getting old now. I can't remember things so well.
No, it's the liver. Remember, wood is all about the liver.
Oh, that wood.
Yeah.
The psychology wood.
Yeah, but the psychology wood is no different than the physical wood.
Yeah, that's true. You did tell me about that. I do remember.
So basically,
I'm
all
only
the
giving you a hard
politicians should be taking Oregon grape, right? Anyone who's studying political science.
Oh, no, that's all my students.
Yep.
Oh, that won't do.
Only,
you don't want
only
these
if they're-
stems, right? You don't want the stems.
No, no stems. Only if they're like strong, kind of pushy people. Like
Oh, you mean like ordinary political science majors?
So in the animal world, it would be the bossy animals. You know, the ones that would get ear infections regularly. They would have skin issues. These ones benefit so much from this herb because it clears the liver. It's very strengthening, but not just. It's not like dandelion. It's not like milk thistle. Milk thistle is very hepatoprotective. Oregon grape clears the heat from the liver. So you can tell that because I'll show you here in a second the berberine containing inner cambium, that it's yellow, like golden seal, like berberis, and which means it's antibiotic. And so it also clears heat from the liver. There's another one up behind you too, see right there?
Oh, okay. I was going to say you need to pick two. Every time we get doing things, I'm the one that ends up doing most of the work. I don't know quite how that happens.
Because you're wood. You're wood. Woods get in there.
Now there's an excuse.
Yeah. See, I'm fire.
That's plausible, I suppose.
Jeff is water.
Well, the point is to get them picked, is it not?
Yes.
And that's a wood comment, would it be?
Right.
All right.
Yes, Mominator.
Have I got it straight now?
Mominator wants to get things done. Like, Mominators can't retire.
I am retired. What are you talking about?
No, she's not retired. Okay,
I just don't earn money.
We don't want spiders.
Oh, well, I should think they would add to the flavor.
No.
No.
It's just like the blackberries. Ew, those little worms that go in there.
Oh, well.
Not good.
We never ended up with any of them in a pie.
How do we know?
Well, you can see it.
No.
We did clean
You don't
every
always see it.
berry. We did clean every berry.
Okay.
All right, I'm telling you.
So let's see. I talked about using the leaves for salves. And I talked about the technique of crushing up the leaves with a little bit of alcohol to release some of the alkaloid components in it, and then to add olive oil to it. You can put it on low heat at 90 degrees and then bring it up to temperature, and you can have an instant salve with a little beeswax. So what would that salve be good for? It'd be good for fungal infections, it'd be good for athlete's foot, it'd be good for eczema that is bacterial, it'd be good for fungal eczema or skin issues that are, with animals anyway, that are fungal, which is in between the toes, when they itch between the toes and they get those interdigital cysts, and you can see the outside of the cyst is black. That black color indicates a fungus. So Oregon grape is excellent for that. I mean, typically we think of thuya and other herbs for fungal infections, but Oregon grape salve would be great for that. So I'm going to show you the intercambium. I want to show you that beautiful yellow color. Let's see. Let's come up here. Now, traditionally, or as they say, this herb is the #1 herb in Germany for acne. So can you imagine why it would be used for acne with young people whose livers are toxic from all the fat that they eat? So let's see if we can find an inner, this is a newish plant. Definitely don't want to trash the roots, but let's see, here's a new, the spring greens. You can use these spring greens, not this one yet right now, but they're lemony in salad. You can just pick the end and you can use it for salad. So let's just see if we can, I don't know if the light's good enough, if we could just scrape right as it's, see that beautiful yellow color? I don't know if you guys can see that yellow color, and you could see it in the roots. We could go for the rhizomes, or we could just use the stems and not kill the plant. We can just pick or scrape with our nails or with a little knife. We could pick and see that yellow, that beautiful yellow intercambium. You can make that into a decoction for a mouth infection. You can make that into a decoction for a liver infection. I mean, this thing is very penetrating into the liver. I've talked about that many times. See how I'm peeling that? And that nice yellow color, that cambium, that's the berberine containing. See that yellow? Oh my goodness, it's just lovely. Let's see if I can get a few strigs of it here, just so I can show you. What we would do is we would boil up some water and we'd put this nice yellow cambium in there. And this cambium would be good for all bacterial infections. And we talked about it for yeast infections too. So this was a very important plant to the native peoples here in the Pacific Northwest. And like I say, so good that even people in Europe use it as the #1 acne herb. So this is a very good skin remedy. You could use it internally at a dose of 200 milligrams per 20 pounds of body weight twice a day. Put it right in the food. You could get Oregon grape capsules. What I like is it's very sustainable. Very sustainable. So that was a fresh new root, a fresh new stem. See how it's all growing on this rhizome though? So there's a rhizome here. And this is traditionally what the medicine came from, is from the root. If a native person may have gotten a tooth infection, they would have just sucked on or chewed on this intercambium to help with the infection. Of course, it's probably better to get the tooth out, but you can see that rhizome in there. And that's a new stem. That's this year's stem. And so next year, we might see this continue on, which is really cool. If I were to scratch the surface of any of these, though, there'd be a yellow color. But do you notice how, let's see if we can get a little bit more of it. I don't have my knife here, but see how it's yellow right down there? Isn't that awesome? That's your antibiotic right there. Traditionally, the yellow color indicates liver it indicates the wood. It also indicates antibiotic, cooling. When an herbalist sees that color, they think cooling. Cooling, you can think what an infection would do would cause a lot of heat, right? So we're going to just cover that back up, and we didn't kill anything to show you that, which is great. That's Oregon Grape. How we doing, Mom?
We are finished on this end.
Okay, we got some grapes. Let's look at what we got. Let me see what we harvested
Right.
here. Oh, good. So you can see these grapes. I mean, they're beautiful. So let's go ahead, and Mom and I can try one right off the bush. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just see if we'll get a
You
reaction.
didn't tell me about this part.
Well, no, this is improv.
You did reaction?
Yeah,
You
let's-
expect a reaction?
Well, let's see if you like it.
Oh, okay, that's the reaction. All right.
I think pretty good.
They're edible.
Yeah. What do you think?
I wouldn't put them in a pie. I'm just telling you.
Well, what if you added a little bit of? I mean, we don't use sugar, of course, but
Well, therein would be an issue, wouldn't it?
well, no, but
Is that what you're thinking we're going to do with these?
well, we don't have enough for that. I'm thinking that we're just going to do a syrup.
Oh.
With honey, or
All right, now you're talking my
we
language.
could use date sugar. Yeah, and
Okay.
we could put them over scones. We could put it on toast. We can make freezer jam out of it. So pretty cool.
Okay, we have something to eat more.
Yeah, and it actually is
Do you want me to
medicinal.
cut more of the blackberries?
Yeah, I guess we
No,
could spend a
clear-
couple.
Clear space for these guys.
We could spend a couple minutes cutting out the blackbirds. Yeah, that's a great idea.
All
Okay.
right.
Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for joining me for Oregon Grape. We'll get back to you next month on Herb of the Month. And thanks, Mom, for helping.
You're welcome.